Imagine waking up on a perfectly still morning. The house is silent. The world outside hasn't yet begun its frantic pace. And for a moment, you are completely, blissfully alone. For some, this moment feels like a deep, restorative breath. For others, it's a cold reminder of a life that feels empty. You might be the person who always declines the party invitation with a polite smile. You're the one who sits quietly in a corner, watching the room, nodding and laughing at the right times, while a part of you is already halfway out the door. You tell everyone, "I'm fine." And you say it so convincingly that they actually believe you. But underneath that fine is a complex world. You aren't avoiding life, you are protecting the only space where you feel you can actually breathe. Whether you chose this solitude or life forced you into it, there's a reason your heart seeks the quiet. 1. The high price of needy. Many who prefer solitude grew up in environments where their emotions were ignored or used against them. You learned that being low maintenance was the only way to be loved. Over time, you became fiercely independent, not because you wanted to be, but because you had to be. You made a quiet pact with yourself. If I don't need anyone, nobody can hurt me. This creates a specific kind of pain, the pain of being the strong one who never gets checked on. You've become so good at being alone that people assume you don't need them. The tragedy is that your independence, while a source of pride, is often a scar from a time when you realized you were on your own. 2. The hypervigilant observer. Because you spend so much time alone, you've developed a superpower that most people miss. You see everything. You can read a room in seconds. You notice the slight change in someone's tone, the fake smile, the hidden tension between friends. This isn't just intuition, it's hypervigilance. You are constantly scanning for emotional threats because your nervous system doesn't trust the crowd. You prefer your own company because at home, there are no social puzzles to solve. There are no masks to decode. You are safe from the exhaustion of constantly managing the energy of people who don't even realize they are draining you. 3. Depth over noise. If you love being alone, you likely have a physical allergy to small talk. The "how are you" and nice weather conversations feel like a waste of the limited social energy you have. You crave depth. You would rather have one 5-hour conversation about the meaning of life than attend 10 parties filled with surface-level chatter. This sets you apart. It makes you feel like an alien in a world that thrives on the superficial. You aren't being elitist or arrogant. You just feel a profound loneliness when you are in a crowd of people who aren't saying anything real. Your solitude is a protest against the noise. You'd rather be alone and honest than surrounded and performing. 4. The paradox of the unseen. Here is the deepest ache. The tension between the freedom of being alone and the longing to be seen. Even the most dedicated, solitary soul has moments where they wish someone would look past the "I'm fine" mask. You want someone to notice the quiet warrior inside you. You find joy in your creativity, your books, and your internal reflections, but some days that creativity starts to feel like isolation. Some days, the silence stops being peace and starts being distance. You live in a constant tug of war, loving your independence, but secretly wishing for someone safe enough to finally let your guard down with. It is time to stop thinking of your love for solitude as a flaw. You are not broken because you need the quiet. You are a survivor, a thinker, and a feeler. You have a heart that feels more fully than most, which is exactly why you have to protect it so carefully. The shift happens when you realize that your solitude can move from being a defense to being a choice. When you understand why you need it, whether it's for healing or for creative growth, you stop feeling guilty about it. You begin to see that your ability to be happy in your own company is a form of self-respect. You are finally giving yourself the care that the world may have forgotten to give you. To love being alone is to live in a beautiful, difficult paradox. It is being both strong and vulnerable at the same time. You are navigating a loud world as a quiet warrior, and that is a revolutionary act. Whether life put you here or you chose this path, your value is not defined by how many people are around you. It is defined by the depth of your own soul. The world is still waiting for the real you, the one who has been quietly growing and learning to thrive in the silence. You don't have to vanish to be safe, and you don't have to perform to be loved. You just have to be at peace with the person you found in the quiet. Because at the end of the day, when you finally understand and support yourself, you realize you were never truly alone to begin with. You were just waiting for you to show up. Do you truly enjoy your own company? Or are there days when the silence feels a bit too heavy? Let's talk about it in the comments. Your story matters here.